It's time again for your home for everything CORT. This is the fastest show in sim racing, the CORT Report. This is your one-stop shop for news for the CORT Trading Paints Championship Series. And the CORT National Cup Series. And now, the guys who will bring it all to you. David Amboys.
By Brian.
Chris Sweat.
Come on, baby, here we go.
And John Dragonetti.
Bye, have a great time.
Hello, welcome to the CORT Report, Special Media Day Edition. I am your host, David Amboys, and we're chilling here on South Beach. Getting ready to go for another 2 seasons of CORT action with the Trading Paints Championship Series and the debut of the CORT National Cup Series. Looking forward to it. I'm alongside John Dragonetti.
Shaking it more than twice as playing with it.
All right, and Chris Sweat.
I'm taking my talents to South Beach because it's warm as heck down here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. A lot of the country covered in snow this week, but we're nice and warm in South Beach, and Julian Medor's with us. Special, trying to keep the peace here, trying to manage all the chaos going on Media Day.
Man, I like Florida. It's the opposite of where I'm from. Digging it.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
2 or 3.
There we go. We're going to start a counter. It seems to be that people have pointed out my crutch, my verbal crutch, over the past couple weeks. So I'm going to try and stop saying that.
For those at home, if you get your scoring pads out, we are already up to 3.
We're already up to 3 A words by me. John Dragonetti, the CORT National Series champion over on Wednesday nights. Looking forward, I imagine, to what we got going on this year. What are you looking forward to in both series this season?
Well, it's been kind of tough trying to go through the sooner than expected realignment, but I think with the people we have, I expect to at least run for a championship title in both series. Not myself, but just the team in general. I don't think I'm going to have any shot at the Gen 6. There's a lot of good people coming over. But I think, in all, if we can, stay consistent like we tried to last year, I know with Buffoli in the Trading Paints Championship and myself and Ehrman in the Cup Championship, it's going to be pretty close. But I think as long as we can stay solid, it should be all right. But there's going to be a lot of competition. We've stepped up a lot since the first season of both series.
Absolutely.
4.
Oh,
Gotcha.
you guys are gonna lay me to the coals here on this.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I said all right. All right. Chris Sweat, what are you looking forward to for this upcoming season?
I'm looking forward to actually re-debuting my own personal team. I made a commitment to run for PM Racing, but unexpected circumstances and the announcement of 2 of my closest friends coming over to the league, I've decided to reboot my team, Chris Sweat Racing. We're going to run Ford Fusions in the National Cup Series, and believe we're going to... I'm the only driver running in the Trading Paint Series under the Chevrolet Power. So I'm excited about that. It's been a while since I've ran a team. It's been a hectic off season to get everything together. We just got the bodies in a couple days ago, so we're getting everything all set. We'll be good to go. We have a great sponsor in Brakes and Grind Boss, so we're looking forward to this season. I can't wait. These Gen 6 cars are gorgeous.
Yes. Julian Medor, what are you looking forward to this season?
I'm looking forward to getting out in the Gen 6 and actually, running some speedways. Definitely looking forward to Daytona, though, from our practices at Daytona or at Talladega. It's been a lot of fun. I think even you yourself, Dave, and you managed to say everyone or to everyone before that, you don't like Talladega, you don't like super speedways, but you enjoyed running Talladega with the new Gen 6.
It was possibly the most fun that I've had running super speedway with that car.
But I went and ran a few laps at Vegas last night, and it was pretty fun. You know, it's going to be interesting, I think, the first few races, because the new car is definitely a bit more of a handful than the old Nationwide car. And other than that, I'm looking forward to trading paints for sure. I want to run more races in that than I did last year. And the package that we had last night, oof. If we can get something similar to that for the other ovals, we're going to have some good racing in the Trading Paint Series.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It definitely won't be like last season. The setup last season, it was a case where you ran around in fifth gear for the most part. You got tight on the bottom. But you definitely have to not necessarily pedal it, but you got to be on the wheel.
Had a lot of haul on the outside. You didn't really, if you're able to carry it on the outside without slowing or without letting off, you'd be slow going in, but you'd have a lot of speed coming off, which was something I think we didn't really have a lot of last season. Was a good high side. But other than those 2 points, I'd really just like to go and win a race. Can maybe win a race sometime, you know?
I'm excited. After the test yesterday, it's a total different animal than our season opener last season. The cars handle so much different. It's such a more driving package, and I think we're gonna have a lot of good side by side races, side by side racing at the opener. So it's gonna be interesting, that's for sure.
Yes, that will be exciting. That was close. But we are going to go ahead and bring in our first guest of many on the program tonight, Dakota Ehrman, who will be driving the number 7 in the CORT National Cup Series. Dakota, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. How about yourself?
Doing good. What did you do with your sliver of an off season? This little week break they had between now and Las Vegas.
A lot of work. I've been testing out these new cars, working on the new cars, broadcasting a lot, did a lot of practicing. I mean, there's not really an off week for me. I'll be working with this stuff, all week. It seems like, but it's gonna be interesting to see, when we start next week, how things are gonna roll with this new car, really.
I got a question for you. I think you probably already know what I'm going to ask, but we had some fun in the off season. We went to Disney World and I guess made some children cry. But with that being said, how has it kind of energized you going to the season?
Man, there's nothing like Disney World, right? Yeah, it's
a bundle
I'm
of
super
fun.
psyched for the season.
I hate you for that.
I got a question. Dakota, coming off the success you had last season, do you believe you can match that performance, or you think you're going to step it up a notch?
There's no step it up notch for me in this car. I really, really like those cars we were in. The tracks that we were at, the last 7 tracks, really fit my driving style, or 8, minus the Richmond race. That really just not my kind of track. But, I actually, I was set to perform well as soon as I came in with just the tracks that we had, the car that we had. It was just my perfect package. When we get to this Cup car, I really don't like the Cup car. I can't drive it nearly as well as I can that B car, so it's going to be a learning curve for me throughout the whole season. And I think, if anything, you'll see me finish a lot worse than I was. And I'm kind of disappointed at the end of the season how we had a bad race, just about 2 races. I think the last race we had a really good race, but just ran out of luck, ran out of fuel, and then collected our teammate, or not our teammate, but our buddy, and that would and both of us put us in bad positions at the end when we should just took a top 3. And Richmond, just tough track. I really didn't like it, so it's unfortunate our season ended the last 2 races how they did. But I'm looking forward to the season. I don't think we'll be able to step it up. I think it's going to go down a little bit.
Interesting. Could we actually see that Dakota Ehrman is human?
You could. It might happen.
Could happen. It could happen. Anyways, Dakota, who gets it going for you?
Well, John Dragonetti, he's my ride. I have a lot of fun driving for him. So thankful to, for him to let me come over here and drive for him. And, been lucky that we've been able to get finishes in his car. I mean, he's got a great crew. I want to thank the sponsors, ETV Live and the HG Radio Network. You can check them out at etv-eplay.net, hgradionetwork.com. And the Godfather Racing guys, I've been working with them for a long time now and really helping me, working with guys with just such the caliber of drivers we have over there that I can go really anywhere and be competitive now. It's really awesome. I also want to thank SMRD, Wessex.net, and Control Freak.
Now, Dakota, under the right circumstances, given your availability, do you see yourself maybe running a trading paints race or two this season?
Yeah, we were talking earlier, I'm a broadcaster for ETV Live, and that kind of cuts up my schedule, but I was just informed just about 2 hours, or not even an hour ago, I mean, it was really just not long ago, that I don't broadcast next week, so I'm going to have to talk to John and see what he can do.
Interesting.
Hey, might need to get in one of those smoke racing cars and see if you can get a Mercedes-Benz engine in there and get it going next Monday night.
Really hoping that's the case. I'd love to get one of those Indy cars. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We can maybe be competitive, I hope. It's one of those things I haven't had much experience in, but I have a lot of fun when I get in them, so we'll just have to see, guys.
Yes. Alrighty, Dakota, appreciate the time. Your publicist pulling you along. You got to get going, so we'll let you go ahead and get to your next availability.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, that was Dakota Ehrman, going for the title, hopefully in the CORT National Cup Series.
Good kid.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We just keep the line moving. This is how this day will go.
I like this next guest.
Yeah, this next guest is sure to be exciting this season and had some good runs. Won a couple times in the CORT National Series. Hopefully he can transcend that success into the CORT National Cup Series. Pete Ngomanis with us tonight here in Miami. Pete, how you doing?
I'm quite well. Yourself?
Good. What'd you do during this little week break here?
Not much. The team and I went out and stayed out in Las Vegas and tested with the new National Cup Series car, and I had a fairly successful test. And other than that, really didn't do anything.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Pete, you're known for your pretty aggressive driving style. I've seen firsthand of that. How do you think the Gen 6 car suits your pretty hard driving style?
I think it'll be just fine. I like the Gen 6 car maybe a little bit more than the other car, because you really have to drive a little bit more, to play with the gas a little bit more, which I think I'm pretty good at, sliding around, getting back, putting the power down. The speeds, I'm totally good with. The speeds will be up, which I think it normally plays right into my wheelhouse. And the fact we're gonna have to slow down more to get into the corners will kind of spread us apart and not get the huge packs, clumps of cars that maybe we saw with the B car. So I think it'll be good, and we're looking forward to this season.
Now, in the Trading Paint Series, I know you only started half the races, but late in the going, you got the win at Texas. And how much of it was something actually clicked? And if it did click, how's that going to carry over to this upcoming season?
I don't feel like it was anything particular that clicked, John. If you go back and look at the season, the finishes weren't there early on. We were in the lead at Homestead, and then got a little bit of wing damage running with Alex, and then main unscheduled, or a pit stop, which would have been our last, and got wrecked. Been an incident there, and then at Indianapolis, I was in the top 3 for the whole race and got caught up in a wreck there. And Michigan didn't go our way, obviously, last year. And just towards the end, I think we finally started to get the finishes that were indicative of the way we ran, and Texas was just the capper on that. So I think we'll be okay again this year. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll see. Gotta ask, what did you think of the car or the Gen 6 car, at Vegas? I went and ran a few laps there myself last night, and it was pretty fun. biggest thing I noticed immediately is just the speed that we're carrying into turn one. I think it was I was looking at this telemetry after, and it was 20. I hit 203 or 204 going into turn one, and with the other car, I think we were maxing out, like we weren't even going 190 miles an hour. So I think it'll be okay. The car drove pretty good, but you definitely have to slow down. And the other thing I noticed is the tires, even on that car, seem to wear out maybe a little bit quicker than the other car did. But 1.5 mile tracks, I think this is going to be a good car.
Okay, who you got to thank, and who gets it going for you?
PM Racing, this is our 9th year running. Couldn't do it without all of our sponsor backing. Bass Pro Shops, Mobile One, Chevrolet, GoDaddy on Trace's car. Everybody, Coca-Cola, it helps out. I think I got our whole list in front of us. Haas, Rush Truck Centers, Coca-Cola, Oreo, Ritz, Mac Tools, Bosch, Safety Clean, New Balance, and protein shakes. They're the whole reason why we're here. They're able to do what we do. Funding hasn't always been there for us to run full schedules. Right now we're looking at a partial schedule. Obviously on the IndyCar side, that was my plan all along. The Cup side, there is the possibility for us to run the full season with both cars. Just kind of have to see how that plays out early on. We don't know yet what races we'll be at and what ones we won't be at, but we're internally discussing running the full schedule with both cars. And we did have a third car at one point. I'm not going to go into what happened there, but we do have a third team available with cars ready to go. So if you're listening to this and you want to run, PM Racing is a Chevrolet team that is looking for someone who's capable. So hopefully everything works out, and we'll see everybody in Homestead next week.
Yeah, well, quickly, just want to touch on that. Rumor has it that Carson Abe is lined up for that ride. Could you confirm or deny?
We are not currently in discussions with any driver at this time.
Okay. All right. Well, Pete Engelmanis, appreciate you coming on down. We got to get you going to, I don't know.
I got to go fishing.
Yeah, he's going fishing. He's just saying.
Bass Pro Shops.
BassPro.com. BassPro.com. He's out of here. Pete Engelmanis, ladies and gentlemen, and Pete I really view Pete almost like an AJ Foyt back in the day, with the IndyCar series, kind of flip-flop. AJ Foyt used to come into the NASCAR series and run some ovals in NASCAR and then go in his IndyCar and run full-time there. It's almost the opposite.
Yeah, but I think nonetheless he's still a really strong driver, and I don't think he can really be discounted really out of anything. I know he had the couple wins in the National Series and the one win at the end in the Trading Paint Series, so he's definitely strong. I think comparing him to an AJ Foyt is pretty much spot on.
I believe he's the only driver to win in both.
The problem with Pete, and if it is really a problem, is sometimes he drives over his head. He drives too hard. And that can come back to bite him. Well, it has bit him a lot. It has gotten caught up in some accidents for it. But he's definitely one of the better drivers we have in this league, and it's always entertaining to watch him.
Absolutely. There we go. You guys are actually keeping track, aren't you?
Yes.
It's going to be like an electric shock every time I say it.
All right.
Shocking the audience. We're going to bring in Patrick O'Toole, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick, how you doing?
Good, Dave.
How was your little off week break here? How'd you spend it?
Just preparing court cars and court IndyCar type cars and National Cup Series cars for the upcoming season.
That's good. Who you got lined up this season?
This season I got myself into 44 Whalen Engineering Chevrolet court train paint car, and in number 45 will be Jake Finch in the Geico Chevrolet with Advocate as secondary sponsor, and Matt Kingston will be in the third car, the Pennzoil sponsored 46, for several court train paint series races. We're really excited. We think we could go out there and win a bunch of races in that series as well as the Cup Series, but who knows?
Pat, you definitely came off one of your better finishes at Richmond. It was definitely a good breakout for your team. in this new Gen 6 car, what is the best? What do you like right now about the Gen 6 car?
I like the feel of it. It's pretty good. It's got lots of power and really good handling, especially on the short tracks. And can't wait till we get to Loudon. I think I'm gonna be fast at that track.
Now, you had some trouble in both series. I know, just mechanical issues, but towards the end of both, you actually cleared it up really well and got, I know, most notably the win at Richmond in the National Series in the B car with Andrade there. How much has your program, as a whole, kind of turned around? Because everything's improving, and especially with the new car, it's going to be interesting to, see how everyone's built their cars. How has your team, I guess, on the whole, really turned it around, engineering-wise?
Well, we just switched our motors up a little bit. We got rid of the PME engines and decided to build our own motors in-house and build our own chassis in-house instead of taking some old used chassis from FM Smoke Racing.
Was that a shot at you, John?
Probably.
Now, Patrick, how do you feel about yourself in the new Gen 6? How are you running at, let's say, the speedways rather than the super speedways and the short tracks?
Well, I feel confident in us of the number 44 Cornflakes Chevrolet to go out there and get it done, as well as our second driver, Matt Kingston, and the Monster Energy drink number 54. But we're hoping we'll get some reliable engines and hoping to gel on that and get a few wins and maybe run for the championship.
Be cool to see you guys finish every race, bro.
Yeah, I hope we do too.
All right, Patrick, who gets it going for you?
My sponsors Kellogg's Cornflakes, Cockcross Auto Parts, Monster Energy Drink, Whalen Engineering, Geico, Advocare, and Penzo. I'd like to thank all of them for the support and hope we have a good season.
All right. Okay, thanks, Patrick, and we'll talk to you soon.
You too.
All right, that is Patrick O'Toole, and Patrick really did break out at Richmond this past season. Really had a good run going there. Qualified, I believe, third, wasn't it?
Definitely. Yeah. Go ahead, John. I'm pretty much going to say the same thing. I was very, very surprised to see him run so well. I mean, it's definitely the breakout that team needed, and I think they have a lot of momentum coming, and they're going to do really well this season.
Pretty much took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say, with them getting that win at Richmond was exciting, especially him qualifying up in the top 3, really. That pretty much shocked everybody, but definitely we can expect some good things from that team coming next season for both series.
And Matt Kingston joining that team, I said it last week and I'll say it again, I really hope it is a build toward a true second driver over there at O'Toole Motorsports. Patrick O'Toole, of course, is the cornerstone of that team. He has stayed there. He is the owner, so you would assume he would be driving for it, and he does. But when it comes to a second driver, they've had a revolving door in the short history of CORT.
Yeah, and they really need that. I guess you wouldn't really say leadership, but just that stability of having a strong second driver. So hopefully they have it with Kingston, because I know he's a pretty good, strong racer there.
Pretty good wheelman himself. Speaking of another good wheelman, why don't we go ahead and bring in former CASCOR champ and is probably relieved to not be driving the number with anything in 1 in it, Andrew Hayes.
Hey, how are you?
Andrew Hayes, welcome to the program. What'd you do during this little off week here?
Relaxed mostly.
Man, a few words.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Andrew, you focus mainly on the CORT Trading Paint series, and last season it was a little bit of a season to forget, but you did get some good runs running toward the end of the season.
Yeah, it was a difficult season. Probably going to be caused by that number 1 I was using for the whole season. But it did improve at the later stage of the season, as you said. But so we hope to continue that momentum into the season.
Beginning of the season, it was just heartbreak after heartbreak, and I mean, being another competitor on the track and just seeing you go out so often, it had to bring you down a lot. What really brought the turnaround? Like, what really made it turn around for you?
Really, it was probably the number change when I changed it to the was it 11 I did, and so I kind of doubled my my bad luck technically, but it kind of turned around. So I just did it one race at a time, and I wasn't like I knew I was out of the championship. I was just aiming for top 10, top 5s, and the finishes and the most points I get, and I got I think I got a top 5 finish in the points. Did I?
Yeah, still ended up in 5th place, I believe. So a good run for you in the point standings.
Now, I gotta ask Hayes, you being my teammate, how do you feel about the Mercedes engines this year? I know at the beginning of last season you were a little bit disappointed, so how are you feeling after last night's test?
Last night's test was pretty good. It was mainly Homestead's gonna be mainly aero, really sensitive here, so the power is important, but it's mostly going to be the handling, and we were up there P1 and for a little while and early on in practice until we got you up there with the Mercedes power. So we're looking good so far.
I got a question, kind of backing off of what Chris asked. In regards to the number change, when you started to turn around at the end of the season, how much of it was really mind over matter?
It's just, yes, some people are superstitious than others, but it just comes down to luck, really. There's nothing to do really with the number. It's just some people are just like Eric Mickey, our champion. He was just not non-stop this season, and he decided to take the number 1, so he's taking a chance with that. But staying away from that number for me is just, it's going to be relieving on me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you got any words of advice to Eric Mickey on dealing with the number 1?
Prove me wrong.
Who gets it going for you, Andrew?
Thanks.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh.
Don't,
Who do you want
okay.
to thank, Andrew?
Yeah, that's what it means.
I'd like to thank my sponsor, my new sponsor, Simple Green. They came on board with us for the trading paints and the Cup Series, and Pioneer's gonna be our secondary sponsor. Also, like to welcome in Corey Stevens to our team with me and Julian. He's gonna be good for us.
Definitely. Corey's he's a rookie, but he's a veteran on the inside.
Okay,
Sorry, I sound a little bit distracted, but my phone keeps going off, so I gotta put that away.
That's I believe that's your radio availability cutting in here, so we're gonna let you go ahead and hit that.
I was gonna say, I think we found our Kimi Räikkönen of court.
Yeah. I was done. They give me crap. So, all right. See you later, Andrew. We'll catch you back on the flip side.
See you guys.
All right. That was Andrew Hayes, and again another driver, and he's gonna have a new teammate there with Corey Stevens and Julian. I know you guys are kind of looking forward to that, and Corey will get things going for sure. We'll probably be talking to him here shortly.
For sure. He's going to be a interesting fella to talk to as well. It's just going to be fun.
Speaking of an interesting fella to talk to, I'd love to split a cup of coffee with this man. Joseph Cervone, how you doing?
Oh, what's up, Dave?
Not
What's up,
much.
guys?
What'd you do during your little off week here?
Mostly just relaxing. You know, it's nice to have that week to just, chill out and not have to worry about, learning the track or, the setup and all that stuff.
It's sad to say it's like a week. I mean, it just seems like,
it is.
Oh, that's great. We got a week, I mean, we bust our butts for during 2 different seasons, and it's like, all right, you guys are going to get a week, and that's pretty much going to be it, so suck it up and deal with it.
Back in the kettle for sure.
Joseph, I got a question for you. Last season was an interesting kind of one for you. It was kind of up and down, and really in both series. What is the biggest thing you're looking forward to coming up in the CORT National Cup Series and the CORT Training Paint Series?
Well, for the a trading paint series, I think it's going to be nice to run the whole season this season, because last season I think I missed the first 3 races or something like that. And I've been working on my road course stuff for the trading paint series, so hopefully I could get some better results there. And on the National Cup side, I think I'm just excited for maybe the same kind of thing. You know, I think I'll be pretty good there. I'm just looking forward to good racing.
You know, you're a really strong driver, especially in the national cars. You seem to be able to wheel it around really well. I know you've had a little bit of a struggle sometimes in the trading paints cars, but I know you're really trying. As I have somebody yelling in my ear.
We got a heckler over here on the beach, sir. We're in the middle of something.
Give me a rock.
Thank you.
No, give me a rock. I'm gonna peg him.
Sounds kind of drunk.
Nonetheless, I forgot what I was asking.
Top trading, everybody.
Yes, in a nutshell. For the trading paint series, do you have anything special going on? I know you were struggling a little bit. I think you got 11th place in the end in points, right?
I think it was 11th. I think I just barely missed the top 10 in points. But like I said, I've been working on my road course stuff a little bit more for the trading paint series, and I think I want to have a much stronger result in the Triple Crown events. I think I finished only Pocono was the only one I finished direct out of both Indy and Michigan. So I would definitely want to finish strongly at those. No,
I gotta ask, and I hate to bring it up, Joseph, but how are you feeling about Homestead after last night? It's kind of tough watching you, but look, by the end of it, you look like you got something down. So how are you feeling about it?
In the practice session last night, I didn't really get to do a whole lot of drafting, so I'm not really sure about that yet. That's definitely something I'm going to focus on in the next practice session. But I definitely improved a lot. The pit entry and exit there can be tough, and I was struggling with that. But I cleaned that up, and the setup was a little tough to get my hands around at first. But I mean, mostly I feel pretty confident. I just want to get some draft pack runs in next practice session.
And that will be Thursday. All right, Joseph, what do you got going on, and who you got to thank here?
Well, on the Training Paint Series side, I definitely got to thank Toyota for supplying some pretty good engines for these tests, and I got to thank Red Bull and Shell. And in the National Cup Series side, I got to thank Chevy for supplying some pretty good engines so far through the tests. And first and foremost, I got to thank Will Roberts for giving me the opportunity to drive in court.
Okay, well, we'll let you go up and, I don't know, drink more coffee, I guess. Yes, I'm going to burn that to the ground.
All right, well, thanks for having me, guys. It's nice talking to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks for coming, bud.
Joseph Cervone, and a driver with a lot of promise, and just needs to, I don't want to say tail it back a bit, but just, some more track time will definitely help him here in the coming months.
He's definitely a good driver. He's got the talent. It's just it's a combination of bad luck and just pushing it too hard. I mean, I know I'm guilty of that too. I'm very guilty of that, especially in the bad luck department. But I think he's definitely come a long way from the start of the season, and he's gonna be fun to watch.
And I gotta say, when it comes to guys that are still learning and still trying to get better as sim racers, when a league like ours basically resets and decides to run a new car, it puts everybody on an equal playing field. So, Joseph could be one of the guys that rises to the occasion next season.
Well, and like he said, he's a work in progress when it comes to road courses, but I think once he gets that down, he'll be pretty well set.
And quickly, I just want to touch on this before we bring in one of our rookies in court this season, Corey Stevens. A good rookie class this year in both the Trading Paints and the National Cup Series.
Can actually say that we have a rookie class this season.
Yeah, we have quite a bit. We got quite a few really good drivers. One of them that I can think off the top of my head, and Eric Mickey's brother, Andrew Mickey is going to make his court debut next Monday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're all looking forward to that. Now, he's been really strong in what used to be GTRL over on the PlayStation side of things, and he was really, really tough to beat there. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do over here on the iRacing side.
The bulk of the rookies, however, are in the CORT National Cup Series. We've got quite a few right off the top of the dome that I can think of. Corey Stevens, as we mentioned, he'll be on here in just a second. Greg Netherwood coming over and running some court. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. And shoot, that's all of them. All right, David's dumb.
We also got some of the guys that kind of came on at the end of last season.
Oh yes, absolutely. One name that comes right to mind. He isn't on the entry list for Daytona yet, but hopefully he enters is Yannick Van Broek.
For sure.
I actually do have a couple. I haven't put them on the entry list. We're going to have James Gutta, who is coming over on my team, as well as Steve Lovender, the founder and owner of Trading Paints, our Trading Paints series sponsor.
I forget.
He
posted in the introduce yourself thread, and he basically went right to the point. He enjoys dodgeball, and he invented Trading Paints.
Fair enough.
The man is a prospector.
Yes, I mean, he won Vegas. I mean, how can you argue with that?
Who doesn't enjoy dodgeball?
Dodgeball's a great sport. All right,
it's great.
We gotta get moving. We're getting people yelling at us saying we gotta get back on topic here. So let's bring in Corey Stevens to our group. Corey, how you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm not too bad. Started off, came on here at the end of the season. Had a couple of good runs. What was the best thing you liked about your couple of races there?
Just getting back in the seat. It's been nearly 3 years since I even got to race any, so it's just nice getting back out there and running some.
Corey, you planning on running a substantial amount, if not all, the CORT National Cup Series events? Which one is one that you got circled on your calendar right now?
I would probably have to say the opener. I want to get out there and see what I can do in the opening race. I love being out there for the super speedways, so it's kind of my specialty. So we'll see how I do out there.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask another question. First off, I'm gonna say, Dave, I can't do your job. I stumbled over every possible word. I don't think I could have messed it up anymore. Switching over, did a quick, short time in the essentially National Series car. What's the big difference for you between that and a Gen 6 car?
For me, I mean, I haven't run much in the Gen 6 car, but what I've noticed is the car's a lot freer, a lot faster, a lot harder to get in and out of the turns. It feels a little bit better in traffic, actually, from what I've noticed. But other than that, not too much. Other than that,
we know you're a rookie, and I'm not entirely sure of like what your specialties are, but of all the races that we have, coming up this season in the National Series, which ones really, well, I guess which ones, plural, are you eyeballing?
Well, obviously the super speedways. I've been practicing a little bit at Bristol. Looking forward to that. I feel like I can run a unique and consistent line there. I also love running at Charlotte. But looking forward to trying some new tracks. There's some tracks I haven't even touched yet, so I'm really looking forward to getting on those and seeing what I can do. Don't expect to do very well, but just looking forward to get on them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Sometimes it's not the destination, it's the journey. So
moving forward with your season, though, Corey, what would you be happy with by the end of the season, as far as results and point standing wise, and what do you expect for results towards the end of the season?
I was actually thinking about that a week ago. Really looking for maybe top 10 in points. If I could get a win or two, I consider that I would be stealing a win or two. I don't feel like I'm experienced enough on iRacing to get to it. But top 10 in points is what I'm looking for, and like I said, maybe a win or two. We'll see.
After our season finale there at Vegas, anything can happen, and you could for sure get in there and steal a couple wins.
Yeah, Corey, who you got to thank, and who makes it happen for you?
I got to thank Julian and Andrew for letting me team up with them. We had fun racing back in the day, so looking forward to getting back at it with them. And got to thank a friend of mine who helped build my computer to get me back on here. So got to thank him, Dan. Appreciate that. But other than that, that's it.
All right, Corey Stevens, thank you for coming on out. We'll let you get going.
Y'all have a great one.
All right, that's Corey Stevens going to be making his debut in the number 56 Napa Auto Parts Chevy in a couple weeks for the Daytona 250.
Correction there. He came to me and decided, hey, primarily I want to run Jim Beam.
Oh, okay.
You'll see him in Napa a bit, but hopefully for Daytona, if I get it painted for him by then, I don't procrastinate, he'll be in a red, black, and gold Jim Beam car.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that on the track, and hopefully we look forward to seeing our next guest on the track as well. He's kind of playing the free agent card right now. Carson Abe. Carson, how you doing?
Good, David. How are you?
Good. Things are up in the air for you a little bit coming into this week. You've been able to kind of leech on to FS3 Developments and Tyler Tucker's team for the Trading Paint Series, but it's still at large for you in the CORT National Cup Series. Is there any update that you could possibly lead to us as far as what's going on there?
I have no update as of right now, and if anybody would like to have me as a teammate, they're more than welcome.
Hire this man.
Needs it. He's a cool guy.
Carson, you kind of came on late in the season. Comparing, I guess, what's the biggest thing you picked up in the national? Damn it.
Whoa, don't use the Lord's name in vain for one, and two, the Train Paints Championship Series. What was the one thing that you picked up in the Train Paint Series?
I gained some experience in running with everybody, and I just wanted to, just gain some experience and learn how to drive the Indy cars.
And I know coming in... Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was going to ask... coming into the season as a free agent and kind of unknown as far as, are you going to end up with a team or not? Worst case scenario, and we don't really ever like talking about it, but what would you say is, I guess, your biggest obstacle this season?
Well, right now, not having a team, but just not knowing if I can work with anybody is my biggest obstacle as of right now. Things could change within a week. It's hard to say.
Not the exciting thing about CORT is that anything can really change any minute. I mean, the whole thing about CORT is that anything could happen.
Well, really look at Dakota planning to run Trading Paints. We didn't know that until we got him in here.
Well, there you go.
All right, Carson. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. Try and promote yourself. Try and get yourself a ride for the CORT National Cup Series.
Well, I'm just looking for a drive. Anybody? I've been racing many years on like NASCAR 2003 and iRacing. I would just need a team. If anybody would like a good teammate and a good person to have around, hire me on.
Carson, come talk to me after this.
10-4.
I don't want to see a fellow Nova Scotian left out in the cold.
Yeah, these guys stick together.
And my problem here, I apologize, our microphone completely fell over. That was, never had that happen before. That's, it's the problem with these remote shoots or remote studios here is that they kind of cut corners on the mounting brackets and it just fell.
That and the fact that we got people just kind of watching distracting me earlier. I can't handle this kind of pressure. What's our count, John?
6.
Hey, I've been pretty good. We're almost at 45 minutes, and I only got 6. Let's be honest.
Only.
I only had I had 6 within the first 4 minutes of last week's show, so
Too many.
we're getting better. All right, Carson, we'll let you go on and get down the line.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Carson.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Not a
Carson
problem.
Abe, and hopefully he can get something going. I don't know what happened. I think I heard Julian say come talk to him after the race. Maybe you guys can work out a deal.
Hopefully,
Not
we'll
racing.
see. David's getting a bit drunk here on the beach, so
Yeah, I apologize. The microphone fell over, and
We've got to
happened?
pull our stuff together. You know what? I'm gonna try this again. Our next driver is he's an interesting one. He's kind of follows in that same hard driving, hard charging personality. Matt Trace, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Matt, you kind of ran part-time this past season. Give us your thoughts on how it all went down for you.
Well, yeah, I ran part-time. Probably could have ran a little bit more, but other things came up. For the most part, it went pretty good. I had a couple bad races. I felt like Texas and the Indy cars were probably my best performance. Besides that, I've done some pickup races now here in the Gen 6, so I'm looking forward to this new season.
Now, of the two cars, the IndyCar and the new Gen 6, with the tire updates and some of the, I guess, different handling, to you, which one seems like it's going to be the biggest learning curve for, I guess, the next couple of months?
Well, for me personally, it's probably going to be the Indy cars, based on the fact that the couple of races that I've done in them, I've had a hard time with the drafting and how they drive through the turns and how different they drive compared to like the Gen 6 cars. The Gen 6 cars are actually fitting my driving style perfectly because of coming from sprint cars and all that stuff. I can slide the car around a little bit more, and it's more free feeling. But I definitely think that the Indy cars for me personally would be the biggest learning curve, but we'll see. I mean, I can adapt. I'm going to try to adapt pretty well to both cars and see where it gets me.
Now, speaking of both cars, I know the CORT Trading Paint Series runs a lot of road courses, but is there any chance we could see you on some of those road courses this season?
Just have to wait and see. Right now, I don't have it on my schedule to do the road courses, but never know. I might have to make a couple appearances here and there.
Yeah, I know PM Racing is typically an oval-only team, but hopefully we can get some of those PM Racing Chevy engines over for the Trading Paint Series whenever they turn right.
Possibly. I did one road course race last year, and it didn't work out too well. We'll see. Like I said, it's going to be a learning curve. I've always never been a road course racer. Never really a short track racer either, and I'm actually starting to like short tracks more. So maybe get me some more practice. Maybe I'll get in and do some road course racing.
Look forward to seeing it, bud.
Looking forward to
it. Trace, other than Daytona, Talladega, I know you're good there at those two tracks, especially you and Pete. When you get hooked up, it's like magic. But what are some tracks that you might be eyeballing on the schedule other than the super speedways when it comes to the Gen 6?
Hopefully, probably Richmond. I'd say right now I feel like Richmond's been one of my better tracks. I'm looking forward to all of them. And obviously Talladega and Daytona, like you said, they're going to be my two best tracks. I've always been really good at them no matter what it was for racing game. But I'm actually looking forward to the short tracks. I feel like I can actually be competitive this time around in short tracks than I've been in other years. I definitely need to improve a little bit on my 1.5 mile tracks. I know when I did Atlanta for the national series, I could not get a feel for the car, and I struggled, and I ended up parking early because it was just frustrating. So, but I think short tracks and the restrictor plate tracks will definitely be my favorites for this season.
It's good to know. Hopefully, you can get some good runs in at the short tracks. We go to Richmond and Bristol.
Yeah, you betcha. You betcha. And Iowa, too. Iowa will also be on the both schedules, actually, both the Train Paints and National Cup Series. Matt, who you got to thank, and who does it? Who gets it going for you?
I got to thank Pete for obviously for keeping PM Racing together like we have. We started this way back in 2004, I believe, and it's been on and off for several years. I got to thank Bass Pro Shops, Mobile One, GoDaddy.com, Haas Automation, Chevy, Rush Truck Centers, Coca-Cola, Oreo, Ritz, Mac Tools, Bosch, Safety Clean, New Balance, and oh yeah, it's that good for sponsoring us this year. Hopefully we can get all these sponsors in Victory Lane, maybe pull out a championship. And I want to thank you, Dave, and John, and everybody over here at CORT that makes it possible for us to race. It's going to be fun. Obviously, good car counts and different personalities, so it should be a fun season.
It's exciting. It's exciting for sure. Alrighty, Matt, we'll let you head on down the line here and continue your media day obligations.
Thank you.
Alright, that is Matt Trace, driving the number 5, GoDaddy.com, in both series, actually. Kind of funny how that worked out.
Well, keeps it, level in terms of continuity. So it'll be good to build up his, recognition with that number and sponsor.
You got it. You got it.
Big words, confusing.
Oh, I almost said and then I was
abracadabra.
like,
Gotcha.
Speaking of a guy who can do some magic on the super speedways, and a guy who's running part-time Cup with Alex Boffley and part-time IndyCar with Dakota Airman. We're talking about the super speedway specialist Riley Roush. Riley, how you doing?
I'm doing. How about you guys?
Doing good. You coming into CORT? What kind of strikes you the most exciting part about CORT right now?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to the IndyCar series. I love running on those ovals. It's just lots of fun, but also just super speedways and Cup. I mean, that's basically what I run on iRacing. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Riley, you were at the You were at the test yesterday for the Trading Paint series. What's the biggest thing you picked up about the setup and track?
Well, I've noticed that it's pretty tight when you're in the draft. You can get into fifth gear, but running in fourth is usually the fastest, at least it was for me. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing. I mean, the racing seems pretty good. Lots of competitive driving, so I mean, it looks pretty fun.
Now, what kind of, with the karting background and stuff, the other kinds of stuff that you and I used to do, what do you think is going to carry over most from what we used to do that's going to help you out in the future?
Well, I think racing on a Gran Turismo 5 definitely helped me to where I become what I am today. I mean, sure, it's not as realistic as iRacing is and all that, but I mean, sure, it definitely helped me, like running in the Gnarl GT5 series at Daytona really helped me on super speedways a lot on iRacing. So I mean, yeah, it really helped running in your series and Gnarl and all that, but I mean, it can't really compare to iRacing. So yeah.
Yes, and Riley, a little bit of a part-time schedule on both the IndyCar and the Cup Series. If there's any chance, looks like Smoke Racing is pretty full. So if you were to go to full-time, would you be willing to relocate teams?
I mean, if the right ride is there for me, maybe, but I'm pretty content where I am right now.
All right, awesome. That's good to know. And Chris was hoping for an absolutely, but it wasn't gonna happen. Nope.
Rally,
Gonna happen.
He held it back pretty well.
I just want to say I'm definitely looking forward to. I mean, I've been in some races, super speedway races with Riley, and he's definitely top notch. And there's probably not a better person to go up against. I'm looking forward to going up against you here at Daytona. I think it's gonna be fun.
Thanks for having me, guys. I really enjoyed it. Looking
Riley-
forward to the season.
Riley, before you go, who you want to thank?
Well, I want to thank John for definitely putting me on his team. I want to thank everybody here for letting me join. I know I was supposed to race last year, but didn't get the opportunity. I had some problems with my internet, but now my internet's all here, so I'd like to thank everybody for being patient with me and allowing me to race.
You got it. Alrighty, Riley. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Alright, thanks for having me, guys.
Alright, that is Riley Roush, and tell you what, that guy, and you notice it's almost a case of it's kind of morphed into a change from the 70s. If you remember the 70s and NASCAR back in the day, it used to be where all the little mom and pop teams would get excited to run the speedways, and you would have a lot of cars there. It's basically changed into the super speedways.
I think it's kind of an evolved thing. We used to have, and we do still have, road course ringers. We've got super speedway ringers, and it's definitely, and it throws a little curveball into everything. I just got to point out, I got to whisper in my ear that was his first actual interview. Not too bad. He did pretty good.
Pretty good. Handled my tough question really well. Yeah, I just deflected it.
Held off her, absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
It's definitely, there's a lot of pressure when it comes to media day. I mean, we're one of the first stops, obviously, because it's our league. And he held the pressure pretty good. I'm sure as it goes down the line, he'll loosen up. But I don't think he did that bad.
Quickly, just want to touch on some facts for the CORT Train Paint Series, brought to us by our statistician, Andrew Hayes. Couple of interesting facts is that tonight, or this race coming up next Monday, will be 125 laps and 187.5 miles. The previous two race distances were 150 last season. They didn't run the race in 2011. There was no IndyCar series at Cascor at the time, but 100 laps in 2010.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the previous winners, Will Goshen won back in 2010, no race in 2011, and Alex Boffoli took home the crown in 2012. If you want more facts about the CORT World Series, CORT Training Paints Championship Series, follow at CORT World Series on Twitter. They will be all chock-filled with information on the CORT TPCS.
Something else I'd just like to share with everybody. About 5 minutes after his interview, I got a text from one Corey Stevens saying, "Thanks for the interview, and I can't wait to get this started."
It's contagious. It's exciting.
It's about race time, man. Everybody's excited. It's time to get going. Speaking of which, I think, who do we got left?
We have Mike Husby due next, but unfortunately he is and
He's wrapped up
with
with some local station.
Yeah, he kind of he's actually a developing story is that he's kind of MIA right now. His publicist has been running around. I've seen her wearing the Elliott's Collision Service hat, trying to find him. Can't find him.
Uh-oh.
Where's
Man.
Husby?
I mean, I have to say congratulations for him, but we don't know where he is.
But anyways, if he's not here, I just want to say congratulations to Mike. All the best.
Definitely congratulations. We're happy for you. So good luck, buddy. Yes, click, Julian. Click.
Click. I'm just clicking my pen here on the beach like a boss.
I'm going to move us along. I'm going to introduce our next guest. He doesn't have to go anywhere. He's already here. Mr. David Danboys, tell us about what you have upcoming for the 2013 seasons.
Well, I got awesome stuff planned. You know, I asked Julian Medor to be here. He showed up. Thanks for coming. You know, I mean, it was pretty awesome. You know.
Oh, hi, Dave.
Oh, hi. man, I can't believe how much CORT has kicked off. I mean, it's amazing how quick this thing has spread like wildfire. It's amazing.
It definitely has. I mean, it's to think that it started off with just a kind of a pipe dream idea, and then all of a sudden we blew up into this, and we're actually having full broadcasted seasons in the Trading Paint series and a partial broadcasted season in the National Cup series. It's just it's incredible. I didn't actually ever think we'd become this big. But I guess, what did you pick up from the test, and what is the biggest thing or the best thing you're looking forward to in the Trading Paint series?
Trading Paints, I'm looking forward to just the new venues that we got on the schedule. You know, we're heading to the Okayama International Raceway, I should say. We're heading to the Sonoma Raceway in Sonoma. That's an exciting layout. Going back to Watkins Glen, going to Silverstone. I mean, who would have thought that we would, back in the day at Cascor, would ever run at Silverstone? I mean, that's absurd back in the day. The CORT National Cup Series, though, that's got a great makeup to it, too. I really like the fact that we're kind of banding together, and both series will come together at certain events. The Triple Crown, the week before the Trading Paints event, the CORT National Series kicks off the entire week. It's very exciting stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how the two come together to help promote and synergize with one another.
Ooh, big words from Dan Boys.
Gotta be professional. You know? Call me David Beefcake Damboys.
No, they don't.
No, we're not going to call you David
No.
Beefcake Damboy.
How is that professional?
Because awesomes. That's why.
I think we're falling apart.
I'm gonna tell you, Julian, that you're gonna have to race in a car race.
Hey, Sean.
Whoa! Timestamp, please.
Anyways, I got the question for you.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, I will ask this because no one else has the cojones to. The little incidents there with Mr. Pete Engelmanis. Is that a developing rivalry I see?
Well, it could be. I mean, you know, I at Richmond, I honestly didn't appreciate when he got into me going into 3, and it did kind of kill our chances of finishing third in the points. But Vegas, honestly, I saw him behind me in the early going, and I was going, well, if he wants to run me over at Richmond, I'm gonna sure as hell make it tough for him to pass me here at Vegas. I was gonna let him go. And then I hit the apron and kind of came up into him and spun him. And I honestly didn't mean to do that. And I'll defend that till the cows come home. But then Pete got into me and ended my day at Vegas. And luckily, we're still able to finish in the top 5 in points. We're still able to finish 4th, albeit with a tie with Will Roberts. But it was a difficult situation. Pete and I, we don't really have a history together. In fact, we've gotten along for a long time. In fact, I've met Pete in person 3 times actually. And it's just, it's been pretty crazy.
Do you see it carrying over into next season? Is that going to affect your driving around him? Or
I honestly don't see it carrying over into next season.
Just thought I'd ask, because I know you're really passive, but
I mean, me and Pete, we talked it over after it happened. Do I definitely remember it? Absolutely, but do I think it'll come into next season? No, I don't believe so.
7.
I don't think you'll go out there and, you know, bump him or wreck him or anything, but does it affect the way you race around him?
Not really race around him, just kind of decisions when it comes to, you know, out on the track. I guess, yes, racing around him, yeah, in a roundabout way. I'm kind of distracted right now.
All right, Dave, to wrap this up, who makes it go for you?
Well, you know, I got to thank Target. They've been great supporters for us at David Amboy's Developments. Cody McCorkle, Tim Silliman, those two guys. Neither were able to make it on the show tonight, unfortunately, but we're really looking forward to seeing what David Amboy's developments can do. Tim has got a really good restrictor plate, road course package, I should say, for the Train Paint series. We got some really exciting stuff in his car for the road course events, so hopefully everything goes well. Now I'm going to flip the script, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I love it down here at South Beach.
Oh?
Chris, a partial schedule for you in both Train Paints and the National Series. But when you did run, you did face a little bit of adversity. Are you looking forward to this season just to kind of turn over a new leaf and kind of put last season behind you?
Really can't get much worse than what we had. I mean, had some things come up, had to step away, and came back to not having a ride. That was kind of rough. But we ended up getting hopping on Husby Motorsports in the National Series, and it just never really got comfortable. Just never really clicked. And it seems like every time we went out there, we just didn't really get going. Richmond was a tough race. We made a turn and died. And we just never could really click and get it going. Definitely looking forward to this season. I get a great new team, bringing back my old team, Chris Sweat Racing. Lined up with a couple of great drivers, Jim Gutta and Steve Lovender. A great sponsor and Grind Boss coming back on board. I don't know why they decided to stick around, but they did, and I thank them. You guys are awesome. And a brand new sponsor this season coming on board, Brakes, which is be responsible and keep everyone safe. What it is, it's a nonprofit organization who holds seminars and classes to encourage and prevent injury, encourage safe driving and prevent injuries by training teens to essentially be more aware on the road. It's a great program. I think it needs to be instituted all over the world, because I know personally I had some questionable incidents when I was a teen, and something like this would have prevented it. But I think it's just a great program, and it's a great cause to be behind, and I'm glad I have him on the car this season.
Yeah, and I was going to actually ask you about that. A little backstory. How did you and Brakes get involved with one another?
Well, through the powers of social media. I just, I was looking, and I kind of knew about it. I'm a drag racing fan, and Doug Herbert, who is a former NHRA driver, he had two sons that were killed in a teen driving accident, so he put together this foundation and this program, and I like the idea, and I got a hold of him. We talked a bit, and they were excited to come on board, and it's definitely a really good vibe about this. I think it's going to be really good, and I'm going to try my best to get him in victory lane.
Now, on a racing or on a on-track note, what are you looking forward to most with obviously the new Gen 6 car and the new Training Paint season?
Dude, these Gen 6 cars are just awesome. They're so fun to drive. They, especially on the 1.5 to 2 mile track of Michigan we have, it's just, they're ridiculous. They're just on the edge of out of control, but it doesn't go away. And it's a pack on the big tracks. You're wadded up on a small track, essentially. It's so much fun, and all the tests we've had with these cars, I've always had a smile on my face, because even if I'm running in the back, I don't care. I'm still having a blast. Got great forward power this year in the National Cup Series. I'm excited about the Fusion coming in. The cars look gorgeous. I'm hoping we can put them in victory lane. So can't talk. I mean, I'm speechless on how excited I am about this. It's going to be awesome, especially even in the IndyCar. I keep saying IndyCar. Even in the CORT, the Trading Paint Series. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted too here. I'm being yelled at by my publicist about screwing up sponsors. I can't wait to get going there. I was very excited to come back down to Miami to test, and It handles great, car's great. We got a brand new package here. First time Chris Sweat Racing has done anything with the open wheel cars, and we didn't do too bad. I think we were 5th fastest on the speed chart, which I'll take it. It seems like the setup is a lot different, and it's a lot more of a driving track now, and I think it's going to be great.
You were definitely fast last night. I know for the longest time you were 2nd or 3rd on the speed charts, which was good to see. Good to see out there near the top of the charts again. Now, I got a question.
Yep.
When we go to Daytona, whether it's for the duels, if we end up in the same duel, or for the big race, are we finally going to be able to get together on the track and draft together? Because I mean, we've been waiting since what, the first Dagger race at OCRO, to get the strategy going.
The worlds are not like nothing. Everything's against us. We're never ever going to be able to draft together, and in practice we're 1-2 on the speed charts everywhere. Come race time, I can't find you, and it's just, I want it to happen, but I just don't know, man. I'm going to try to find you definitely in the duels. I mean, I know I actually got teammates this year I got to help with, but I'll push you if time comes down to it.
We are we're kind of like the opposite of Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr. waiting to make their move.
We want to make a move. All right, boys, I'm going to cut myself short. I got to get moving along, or essentially moving along, but I know we're getting rushed a little bit here. Thanks for having me, guys, and that's one thing. Got to thank Grind Boss, Brakes, Ford, Santander for coming on board this year. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Santander.
Yeah, would you say you're absolutely excited?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're starting to take down the tent here, so we'll quickly get to John and Julian. John, it's gonna be a tough season to repeat. New car, different schedule. What's the main thing that's gonna be bugging you this season as far as trying to repeat as CORT National Series champion?
Well, I think the hardest thing is going to be, the diversity of drivers that we have now versus last season. Yeah, we had, a couple of new people come in at the end with Broke and, oh God, I always forget his name. Stephen Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah. They were really strong, and I'm not really entirely positive how they're going to be in the new car, but those two are definitely going to be the main guys I'm going to keep my eye on. Not only them, but I think just the expanded field in general. Because I think for Daytona we already have 33 cars signed up, which is like no, we don't. That's for the. Yeah,
there are 33 entry blanks submitted.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. There's 33 potential drivers that could be there at Daytona, so that's kind of nerve-wracking from like oh my God, who knows what's going to happen. If I want to see from an administrative standpoint all those people, but as a driver you're like, oh my God, there's 33 people. If one of them makes the slightest move, it's going to wipe out like 3/4 of everybody else. So I think that's probably going to be the hardest thing for me trying to repeat, is just kind of being aware of where everybody is and who's in what car now and who the new people are and where they are, because that's going to be really hard when it comes down to it. Just trying to know who races in what way and how you need to race them back.
But the exciting thing about a big field, though, especially at speedways, unfortunately, Daytona you can't really consider a speedway, it's its own animal, but when we head to a place like Las Vegas, we have a 25-30 car field. It's exciting because everyone's got a battle. Everyone's got someone to run with.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a complete adrenaline rush. I mean, you have to be so precise, and you have to literally ride on the razor's edge when you're dicing through cars, through people you don't even know, not even thinking about it. Like, you can go through Daytona and just be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and ride. But if you're, at Vegas and you're trying to slice through people and you're not careful, you're gonna end up dead, figuratively.
But even
taste, but all right.
Even looking at that, the hard racing, we need to, we need to know who we're racing around, like you touched on, and that's why tomorrow is important, that's why Thursday is important, that's why Friday is important. So everybody that's listening, you need to be there, especially with this new car.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be something to watch out for sure. It's going to be close racing pretty much all season.
You got it.
Let's do it again.
Oh man, this is getting rougher and rougher as the minutes go along. But John, who you got to thank? Who makes it happen for you?
Well, of course, my freaking brother Wes Hicks. Helping us out. WesHicks.net. Go over there. He's got a lot of good stuff going on, web development, whatnot. My friends at my own little smoke racing designs thing, having fun, doing whatever. Dakota Ehrman, Bafoli, Riley Roush. I mean, Matt Stalkneck. The list goes on. Just everybody that's helped me out and get to where I am now. You guys, especially David, picking me up and trying to, mold me into a good little boy and whatnot.
Whoa!
Wow!
Back it down.
You know what I mean.
Back it down, bundle of fun.
Okay, I hate you.
Stuff just got real.
Did get real. Yeah, but all those people, Bethany, for not chewing my head off for doing this. Love you. E-Trade, Control Freaks, buy $25 worth of stuff, get free shipping. West6.net, RC Cola, Smoke Racing Designs, and especially TSTV for sponsoring and, / broadcasting our races for Trading Paints. It's going to be fun, and we really look forward to seeing them. I'm done.
Got it. All right, John, and why don't we go ahead and interview Julian Medora here. Julian, last season, very promising, very good runs near the end of the national season. Seemed like you were always in the top 3 contending for the win. Think you can break through that glass ceiling and finally finish in the top spot this season?
I don't know, man. How many seasons have I run between, court and cast score? It's really up in the air and hard to call. I mean, looking at somewhere between 4 and 6 seasons between the two leagues, and nothing to show for it. But hopefully, with the new car, I'd really like to win in this new car, or even in the Trading Paints car. Sorry, John, for getting you off there.
I was gonna say it is a sleek looking car, and I know you were running on incredibly strong at the end of the first National Series season. Do you think you can carry that momentum going on through this season? Be it a different car?
I certainly hope to. I know I had a couple of disappointing runs at the end of the season. I mean, I came home 6 true races in a row. I suppose when you can say that's disappointing, you're got something good going for you, but definitely looking forward to it. Really looking forward to Daytona and Talladega have always been, good tracks for me. Never been able to crack through with a W at Daytona, though, so that'd be maybe a good way to break the ice on both fronts there. So
You got it.
I have a question for you. Sorry.
Thank you.
I've got
mic died.
I'm going through paperwork here, Julian. It's oh crap. I'm drunk.
We are running out of steam here. The locomotive is starting to slow down to the station.
All right. What's your question there, Chris? Chris had a question. Okay, what am I doing here?
Open mic?
Am I answering a question?
Okay.
Am I thanking people? Am I going to thank people and then answer questions?
This is the nice thing about Media Day is that anything can happen, I mean, we're not all professionals, This isn't our day job talking to people. Oh, wait. But, yeah, anything can happen.
Alright, I'm sorry. I don't think you heard it. Somewhere off in the distance, somebody just yelled out, "Holy crap, yes." And that just threw me off so far. I don't know what happened, but somebody's having a
game going on.
Somebody's having a great time. So, Julian, what is the one thing that is going to be your biggest, essentially, Achilles heel going into this season?
It's a good question. I would say, in a way, it's an Achilles heel, and in a way, it's good for me. It's the new car. I mean, so many unknowns, especially going into the speedways. I mean, we've mainly practiced at the super speedways, and I know I'm good there. I know I'm. Don't mean to sound high on myself, but I know I'm going to be good there in any car we go to. But when it comes to the speedways, like it's such a different beast than what we're used to. And I know I never really ran the old Cup car that much, but for my few races I ran in it, it was a hard car to drive. And this one's got some similarities between the old car and I find the current Nationwide car, but it's such a different beast and it's just a tough car to drive. So I think when we start going to the more difficult speedways and the road courses, that might be kind of what hits me. It's something I'm not used to.
Yep.
So,
I'll say it again.
You got me mad now, Motley Cruz. No, but Julian, who you got to thank for and who gets it going for you?
Got to thank Quaker State for coming on for a couple of races this season. I think they're going to sponsor me at the 2 road course races. And Furniture Row for sticking with me. They're kind of becoming a long-time sponsor now, so they've been with me since Cascor. So got to thank them. Got to thank Andrew and Corey for coming on, and got to give a shout out to the IWK. I used to always run a charity on my car, and then I got out of the habit of doing it, and just decided I was gonna run the IWK Children's Hospital on the deck lid of every car that I've run, and I actually put it on Hayes and Stevens cars. So just getting the word out, and I got to give a shout out to you guys. You guys are what makes this happen. So without you guys, there'd be no court. So it's
Okay.
Yep. Let's make my interview the awkward one.
I think I set it up for that, so sorry.
Yeah.
This is why we cannot do something this long. We have run out of steam.
No. We better get the steam going again because we got Mr. Excitement.
We're going to fire up. Ladies and gentlemen, this next guy, we're bringing in one Indianapolis in the most rocky fashion ever. Mr. Mike Husby, how are you? First off, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
And we're out of time.
Congrats.
Media Day. We appreciate all people showing up, and we appreciate everyone making it. Appreciate everyone, and we look forward to the remainder. And looking forward to the CORT Florida Thunder kicking off later on this week. So, for Chris Sweat, John Dragonetti, and Julian Medor, I am David Boys. So long, everybody.
Bye. Have a great time.
So we were told by legal that we do indeed have to do an interview with Mike Husby. So, Mike Husby, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Mike Husby reporting to us from a remote location. Unfortunately, not able to make it here in Miami, but nonetheless here and able to take our questions.
Husby, first off, where did you go? You were here in Miami. We saw you, but Husby, you were at the test yesterday. What's the biggest thing you're looking forward to in the Training Pain Series?
I was just looking to get into victory lane, obviously, but hopefully we can run for the championship again this year and try and win it this time.
Now, first of all, congratulations. Coming into the next season, you ran really strong. You pretty much, you had me sweating the last couple of races. What do you have in store for us in the Cup Series season?
I think with the with the new car, it's going to be kind of difficult for the first couple of races to get used to. But I think once we do, I think it'll be pretty. I think it'll be pretty good. It's just going to be hard to get used to controlling the wheel spin off the corners, but it should be pretty good once we finally get used to it.
Yep. Moving on. What are you looking forward to with the new Gen 6 car?
Well, I think mostly because it's got more power, it's going to be a little more interesting to pass with because it's obviously got more power, so it's going to make it exciting to like see who can drive into the corner harder or less hard, and like see who's the better driver with more power. Because with a nationwide car, you can pretty much go all out, and with a cup car, it's going to be a little more touchy. So the ones that are going to be decent are the ones that can control their cars better than everybody else. So we'll see what happens.
So we're gonna put the racing back into the driver's hands.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to be your biggest competition for the court title this season?
Well, John was pretty tough all season last year, so I think he'll be a definite shot at repeating again. But I think Pete, if he can run all season, or for most of the season anyways, will be a tough guy to battle with all season for the championship. And maybe a few other guys, like even David Danboys, if he can finish in the top 5 on a regular basis.
That guy, you kidding me? That guy couldn't race his way out of a paper bag. Horrible. What are you talking about?
But I've seen a lot of improvement from you, though. So I think you could do pretty decent this season.
Well, I appreciate that, but let's not make it all about myself. Who you got to thank?
Just all our sponsors this season. It's going to be Elliott's coming back on this season for another run at the championship and the National Cup Series, and then Delphi as well in the Trading Paint Series. And also, just today, Kyle Young's going to be on our team in the Cup Series, so that's going to be a nice addition as well. And Johnny Williams is coming back for another season in both Trading Paints and Cup Series, so looking forward to it, and hopefully we can win some races this season.
Looking forward to having Johnny Williams back. It's good to have those guys who kind of built CASCOR still come out and run court.
Yeah. So it's going to be a pretty interesting season, and hopefully with the new car and everything, it'll be exciting too.
Alrighty, Mike. Wait, Chris, you got something real quick?
I was going to say, it's definitely cool to see some of the guys that kind of essentially got us started. Oh, wow. My essentially is becoming absolutely.
Yeah. Is this essential, Chris?
Oh, no, Dave, I'm turning into you.
Is this essential?
Absolutely. All right. But it's great to see people who kind of built court what it is with CASCOR, the stepping, which this kind of precursor to court, come back and run in our league. It's great to see old people come back.
Yeah, and to be honest, there's no court without CASCOR. And honestly, we have a lot of plans, or not a lot of plans, but I want to get some plans in place to kind of honor CASCOR history into either a mention on the website or something to kind of honor the history of CASCOR. Because honestly, like I said, if it weren't for CASCOR, there would be no court. So,
absolutely.
Alrighty, Mike, we're gonna head out of here. So we will catch you later. All right.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on, Husby.
Congrats.
So we will head out now. Now that we have fulfilled our obligation to Mike Husby, and we will see you guys down the line. We will be back next Tuesday with a recap of the first race for the CORT Trading Paints Championship Series, the CORT Grand Prix of Miami. That's coming up this upcoming Monday. Get your entries in. Come on down to the practices. There's another one on Thursday. Come on down. CORTRacing.com. This has been your CORT Report, the CORT Media Day for March 26th, 2013.
Bye, have a great time.
See ya.
still sweet